Question 1. Simon has X sweets. Ewan has 2 more sweets than Simon, and Julia has 3 times as many sweets as Ewan. Simon, Ewan, and Julia have a total of T sweets. Write down a formula for T in terms of X. So we're going to try and figure out what T is. That is the total of all of the sweets of all 3 of them. First of all, we have Simon. Simon has X sweets. So we know as far as our formula goes, we're going to have an X here. For Ewan, he has 2 more sweets than Simon. So that means that we're going to have 2 more than X, which means we're going to have X plus 2. So we're going to take that original X of Simon's, we're going to add the Ewan's, which is X plus 2. Lastly, Julia has 3 times as many sweets as Ewan. So Julia will have 3 times as many sweets as what Ewan had. Well, Ewan had is X plus 2, so we're going to have 3 times X plus 2. And that's what's going to be here for Julia. We're then going to add all of them together in order to get our total of T sweets. If we break out the brackets, we're going to end up with a 3x and a 6. We can also add these 2 x's together on this line while we're at it. So we have a 2x plus 2. And then adding together the 2x terms here is going to give us 5x. And adding the plus 2 and the plus 6 will give us plus 8. Part B. Make G the subject of the formula R equals 4G plus 7. So we've got to try and get G on its own, which means we've got to get rid of the times 4 and the plus 7. We get rid of the plus 7 first because it is further away from our letter. We take away 7 from both sides first of all in order to make that happen. We will have R minus 7 on the left-hand side as a result. The right-hand side will only have 4G left, and then we divide both sides by 4 in order to get G on its own. G will be on the right-hand side, and the left-hand side will be R minus 7 all over 4. Lastly, part C. Solve the following equation here. First thing that we want to do is make sure that all of our letters are on the same side. So in other words, get rid of the letters on whatever side has less of them. So I do not want any y's on the right-hand side because 2 is less than 6. This way you avoid negatives. So in order to make that whole 2y disappear, I'm going to take away 2y from both sides. That will then give us the following to simplify. 4y, take away 3 is 8. We're then going to get y on its own by, first of all, adding 3 to both sides, and then after that we will divide by 4. So we'll have a plus 3 here, and then on the next line we're going to have a divide by 4, and that will give us 4y equals 11 at this stage. And then when we divide by 4, that will give us y equals, I'll just write it here, but y equals 2.75. Done.